Hey Gemini, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading where we will be exploring your monthly energy of the Three of Swords, which is talking about overcoming a past heartbreak so that it doesn't continue to influence your present and your future. And this week's energy of sexuality. And these came out in your annual and your monthly. Those are linked below if you want to see where I shuffle on camera and these come out and we talk more about them. I've stacked 1, 2, 3. They're linked below. If you want to skip right to it, you could choose one or more than one. I'm using the Goddess Oracle and Tarot of Sacred Feminine. Subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my weekly readings, and also share if anything here you feel might be helpful to someone you know. And if it doesn't resonate or you would like to get a more personal reading, my email readings are way more in-depth and lengthy, and those are linked below as well through my Etsy page. All right, Gemini stack 1. King of Swords, 10 of Cups, and Bila, shape-shifting. So with 10 of Cups here, you do have access to total fulfillment and reward, where this Three of Swords is totally overthrown and overcome, and you move towards a much more complete and big enchilada total package type of energy. And the avenue for that is going to be tapping into different perspectives. So it's as though the only thing standing in your way from this is whatever this sword is still in your heart. And when you can overturn this and come out of this energy, you're right into this 10 of Cups. So the King of Swords is able to use information in the most useful and logical way. And the information you're being asked to gather at this time and use and process. Why did I say King of Swords? Oh, because he's here. Okay. That was weird. Oh, sorry. Anyways, the King of Swords is going to be using the different perspectives that you gain by walking in other people's shoes. So this is shape-shifting, talking about much the way in the old Camelot musical where Merlin used to change Arthur into a bird so he could see things from the bird's eye view, or from a fish so he could see things from underwater. So this is the ability to shift your consciousness to see it from different people's angles and from their lenses and from their filters, and use the knowledge that you gather from that perspective to come back into your own perspective and analyze that and make it all make more sense. And in so doing, you're healing this, because what you're going to find out is that this past hurt and this agony had less to do with you than you were allowing yourself to believe. And that you may have been internalizing and you may have been taking on self-judgment that has harshed your self-esteem in some way. And so when you can realize that what was going on with that person was damage in them, a perspective issue in them, something that was in them and a problem in their life that had nothing to do with you, your worth, or your value, then you could heal this and step into this. And with sexuality here, it is going to be talking about feelings around your desirability and your worthiness as a partner. And so they're wanting you to step into this aspect of yourself, to see yourself as the sexy vixen that you are, and to see yourself as a worthy of great sex and worthy of having this enjoyment and having this connection, when you can overcome this story that is false by stepping into the perspective of the other person and realizing that it was never about you. It was never that you weren't great enough. Okay. Stack 2. 3 of Swords. There's a synchronicity right there. 6 of Wands. And Sphinx. Challenge. So anytime a challenge card like this comes up in a reading, I hear the song, is Alanis Morissette's lyric, it's the only way out is through. And so with this 5 of Swords and the way she's kind of running from his love here, there's a sense that this is going to be, since we are talking about sexuality, a relationship challenge in some way. That there's going to be something that is going to make you feel like your first instinct is to withdraw and to pull away and to run away. Whether it's not feeling like you deserve the love that is being offered to you, not feeling like you're worthy of love that is so much that you can't even believe that it is yours. And so in questioning the reality of it, you assume maybe that you're being lied to, or something's amiss, or something's up, and you need to get out before you get really hurt. Or the way, I don't know if you are familiar with borderline personality, but the way extreme fear of abandonment can cause you to over-perceive and be over on the lookout for abandonment. So the slightest whiff of someone pulling away can cause you to push them away violently, or for you to withdraw and be the first to withdraw. And so you're being asked to stay at the table because there is more. There's something to be learned from the challenge, and there's more to the story that you think, and that there is something probably going on with your partner. And so if you're feeling that whiff of lack of desire, if you're feeling like they're pulling away from you, to investigate what that is, face that challenge head on, and to not run away, because it isn't a loss of interest on their part. There's something you're meant to face together as a team, as a partnership. All right, stack 3, 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Okay, I should have looked up how to pronounce all these. Sekhmet, it's anger and rage. So whatever happened here, I talk a lot about victim consciousness and coming out of that and not wallowing in victimhood, but this is not victim consciousness. This is something legitimate that happened, a true trauma. So I should probably put a trigger warning on this, because something legitimately happened in your past that created this 3 of Swords. Something that left you feeling as though something had been taken from you. And I'm not going to sit here and list what all those scenarios are. I think you know exactly what it is. Something that happened that left you feeling as though something had been taken from you. And that you are the legitimate, immediate, and obvious reaction is rage and anger. And so the point here, though, and there's an article, I should look it up and share it in the comments, but we're mistaught that anger is something to be suppressed, that it's an illegitimate emotion, that it takes us out of our power. It's a lady doesn't show and display anger, or whatever these things. That anger is labeled as negative in some way. And so the message to you here is that your anger is part of your power. Your anger is legitimate. Your anger is righteous and moral. Your anger is where all your power lies. The difference, though, what we're not taught, is how to use and harness that anger for change. The way we are supposed to use it to overcome. The anger is a tool. And so when they talk about suppressing it or not being angry, they're talking about unharnessed and chaotic and random anger. And so this is going to be about how you are harnessing it and using it to make the change that you want, and to overcome what you want, and to heal yourself, and not to try to suppress the rage or pretend that you're not angry, or to outrun it, or to hide from it, or any of those things. And not tame it either, but put it towards your intentional use. All right? If anything here you feel was of service, and I'll talk to you in a week, Gemini. Thank you.